I didn't even have to say bacon. Delicious. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Ooh, we are getting ready to make the most amazing mashed potato casserole. It is amazingly delicious, not only for the holidays, but anytime. But it takes your mashed potatoes to a next level if it is at the holidays instead of your regular mashed potatoes. So I am going to have a very small casserole because I'm not making this right now for the holidays and I'm just cooking for two and this is more than enough, okay? So you can add as many potatoes as you want for a larger casserole so you can feed all your family. Now, I am using red skinned potatoes and yes, I am going to peel my potatoes. I have already washed them off and I'm going to peel them. When it comes to mashed potatoes, I really haven't found that much difference. Russet would be my go-to, but I use what I have on hand, and today I had some extra red potatoes. So this is what we're going to do. So you just want to peel them as usual, and make sure as you peel them and dice them, you want to put them in some cold water. Because we are mashing them, I will be dicing them up relatively small because they will cook faster. Okay, and if you're anything like me and you have a garden, make sure you keep your potato skins. These will go in my freezer for my compost in the spring. Okay, now I am going to take these over and rinse them off. You see how murky the water is. I like to give them a rinse a couple of times just to remove some of the excess starch. So we're going to do that and I'll be right back. You want your water to be nice and clear like that before you cook them. Always start your potatoes off in cold water. So they're in cold water now, and I'm just gonna put them in this pot, and then we're gonna go ahead and get them boiled. So while the potatoes are cooking, go ahead and get ready to prep your toppings and the things that you'll need. The only thing I don't have out here is butter, and that's still in the refrigerator. But first of all, you never, never, ever want to include cold ingredients when you're making mashed potatoes. That's how they become gummy. So right here, I have some heavy whipping cream. I'm going to put that in here. And to it, I'm going to add cloves of garlic. Now for the cloves of garlic, I'm actually going to just smash them a little bit. You don't want to chop them up because we are not going to incorporate them in the actual potatoes. But just by mashing it like that, the oils and everything can come out of the garlic, and that's what you want to provide that flavor. So just take a knife like I'm doing and just gently tap it. And we're going to let this simmer so that the garlic flavor can infuse into the heavy cream. Also, make sure we'll need some sour cream. It is at room temperature. You don't want to incorporate cold ingredients. I have some cooked and finely crumbled bacon here and some cheddar cheese. To both of those, I'm going to add some of my no salt Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoning, okay? Just a little bit. You want to mix it into the actual bacon crumbs, not into the potatoes, because you want the potatoes to still have that nice white Paige's tannish creamy color. Add some into the cheese and then we'll combine that. This smells amazingly delicious. Okay, so our potatoes are cooked and drained, and I'm going to just use a regular old potato masher. Any potato masher you have is fine. If you don't have one, you can mash them with a fork. They should be very tender at this point. So you shouldn't have trouble mashing them up. However you normally mash them will be just fine. And I know some people like a little chunks in their mashed potatoes. They don't like them completely smooth, and I'm one of them. I can have them either way, but if you don't, just don't mash them to smithereens, so to speak. Just mash them just until they're mashed, okay? Here I'm going to add just a little bit of Himalayan salt to the potatoes. Going in with our sour cream. butter, and our infused heavy cream. Now, you can either fish the garlic out or you can do like I'm doing, use a strainer. Now, I am going to pour this in slowly because I don't want them to be soupy. So I just want to put a little bit in here, stir it up, mix it up. And if I still feel they're too stiff, whatever, I'll add some more in. Just want to make sure I do not incorporate too much from the beginning because you can add more, but you surely cannot take it out. And we are just mixing this all up and it smells amazing. Oh my goodness. Because we had the butter and the sour cream and all of those are considered liquids. We wanted to make sure that we didn't pour too much of our garlic heavy cream in here and then they become soupy. Because like I said, I like a little rusticness to my mashed potatoes sometimes. I can go either way. These are smelling amazing. Make sure you have your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and you want to taste it to make sure you have enough salt, butter, or whatever your flavors are in there. That is perfect. Oh, that's delicious. Okay. Okay, so now go ahead and put your potatoes in to your casserole dish. Spread it out, making it pretty even. Always when you're doing a casserole or anything, make sure you have whatever you're making into the corners. Now from here, we're going to add in some of our bacon. A little bit of our cheese. Just kind of layer it a little bit. Now we're going to go back in with our bacon and we're going to pretty much cover it at this point. You can use the cheese of your choice as well. To go over the top just a little bit more with some of my no salt Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoning. We're going to cover it and cook it in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Ooh, this looks amazing. Ooh, I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little of parsley from my garden at the Scaredy Cat Gardener on YouTube for a little garnish. I actually like to garnish this with scallions, green onions, but I'm out, y'all. Look at me piling it all up in one spot. Let me sprinkle this around a little bit. A little bit more here. I probably should be dipping this back in here, but too late. Okay, that's good enough. That is good enough. Oh my goodness, y'all. Ooh, gotta show y'all up close. It's nice and hot. Then we will do our taste test. Ooh, let's see here. Make sure I got a good grip. There we go. Look. Isn't this amazingly delicious looking? Oh my goodness. Smells divine. Ooh, time for our taste test. But if you were new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 1.5 million subscribers. I really would appreciate it. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Once again, I appreciate it so much. And channel members, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, without further ado, don't forget to subscribe to my other channels, Pam's POV, at the Scaredy Cat Gardener, and the newest, Pam's Pop-Ups, where I'm going live over there. We're discussing things. I did a live the other day about GMOs and what's wrong with them and what's right with them. Check that channel out. That is called Pam's Pop-Ups. Okay. Ooh, this is still hot. I can't touch the side of this too much. Ooh, delicious, delicious. Ooh, The potatoes are nice and creamy. See that steam coming out? Oh my goodness, guys. If you could smell it. Ooh, I gotta wait a minute, okay? It is still piping hot, but my God, is it delicious. I can taste the seasoning from my all-purpose no salt seasoning, the garlic, the butter, the sour cream, the cheddar cheese. Oh, and y'all know the bacon. I didn't even have to say the bacon. Delicious. Time for me to go eat. Whew. Thank y'all once again, and I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.